and limestone. Over here, I could get away perhaps with having that one connect there. No, there's really no point in doing that. He says as he does it anyway. It's for slag, and it should be emptied. Now we have no intermediary storage, we simply don't need it, but I could replace these with the larger storages. So steel. This is for water. All right. Let's see about transferring this system up, starting in this area. So we'll build it bit by bit. This is actually a lion's share of the construction components we're going to need. That surprises me. Oh, actually, before I do that, now that's all been moved across, I do need to strip this down. Sorry, that's probably what you were telling, what you were cautioning me about earlier. My bad. Maybe moving the maintenance away as well. Though there's a lot of recyclables that my maintenance setup produces. Still, I could move it over here, actually. Shift it out of the way and pop it down there. That would not be a problem. Something about here would be fine. And this is the recyclables, which could then just be transported all the way over there. Let's get all of this done first. Once all of this is built... In fact, I will upgrade the storages here, but once all of that is done, we will decommission this entire area and then hook that up. No thanks, JD. Oh, it's how much they would consume if it's 1/3 of the category of food. Oh, thank you very much for that tip, though. So... So in Oh, I guess carbs, protein, vitamins are considered 1/3 each, and then treats are just added on to the end of it, you mean? Yeah, thank you very much for asking, though. I do have backseat passes there if you want to use channel points to drop in tips, but... trying to see... I'm trying to fit in what you said about being 1/3 of the category in this. How long do you think it will take before he realizes the limestone is incorrectly placed? Which one? Down here? Oh, thank you very much. Right. So, okay, I see what you're saying now. It was a third at the time because they'd only just transitioned from meat. So there was 3 items of protein being consumed. So it was the consumption assuming they had 3 separate sources of protein. But now it's just down to 2. It's changed. But it still seems... Oh, actually, no. Yeah, no. This number is... assuming it was in the rotation, because I was going to say it's odd that number's there, but these numbers aren't. But I guess these are purely optional. These 2 aren't even unlocked, so it makes sense. But the fact that I'm no longer feeding them meat and it's still giving me a readout there. I think that's what's throwing me the most, is that some things are predicting even though they're not actually in the consumption queue, whereas other things that aren't in the consumption queue are not bothering to predict at all. Teapot, what's up? Where are you trying to go? Damn. Why? No idea why Teapot seems to struggle getting down here as much as it does. But something else should try and get in there and load that one up. Oh, right. So it's a prediction that was based on the last time it was being consumed. That makes a lot of sense. Because obviously these have never been in the rotation. They have no prediction associated with them. Thank you for the help. Right, that's being emptied out. You have not been served for quite some time. Because there has not been a vehicle assigned for quite some time. Wait, no, that's wrong. Well, actually... Is there a way to see which one they're assigned to? Yes. Yeah, that's just... I was sure we had a large truck assigned there for... Well, a while ago, actually. Assigned to operations. What are you assigned to? You're assigned to Dave. And Dave is working the sandbar. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was where the problem occurred. So at some point, I assigned that truck to Dave rather than to Gentleman Gamer. Okay. Crisis averted. I think at this stage, though, we're going to assign an excavator and a truck over here. Let's get into a bit more of the coal. We're starting to push towards the limits now of this current excavation area. Also, we need the names. So, our new excavator shall be named Revenge. And you will be served by Sharjard. Truck has no fuel. That's fine. Have they completely set that up? They have indeed. Which means we now shut this area down. Zoom in. There we are. Get that one made quickly. Alright, that's been swapped over. Kind of tempted to upgrade this. In fact, I'm going to upgrade both of these. Steel almost seems pointless to upgrade, but I will anyway. Okay. That has cleaned up a lot of gubbins from over here. Now, given these gubbins have been cleaned up, I'm thinking we can actually build this setup over here now. Though that will get in the way of this semi-planned expansion in this area, but I don't mind that one as much, if I'm honest. In fact, I kind of want to build out these large houses, demolish this one, and put some sort of garden or something in the middle. Now I've got too much gubbins. Perhaps I could make some temporary storages. But, honestly, that said, might take some time. Let's bump the priority on these. Get them emptied as quick as we can. But in most places, I use what I need at source. So I think with the glass, I may actually struggle to get that out of there. Unless there are people who want glass. There are not. Very sad. Hey, the Thane? I think it's Thane. Playing some Satisfactory and watching some Aavak. Well, I hope you're enjoying your go on Satisfactory at the moment. Yeah, that one's going to be a bit of an issue. These two especially, because I don't think I've got anywhere that accepts those. Oh, no, tell a lie. Well, I mean, yeah, I still don't really. Could upgrade that. This was a dump for those materials. Likewise, this one was as well. Yeah. I'm going to... Oh, wait, no, those are outputs. Never mind. Those are overflows. We've got glass over here, though. Glass there as well, so I could upgrade that. I'm just going to upgrade a bunch of the storages in general, honestly. Okay, that should... Yeah, that's gone rid of all the glass. All of the iron is gone, so now it's just these two, which are a bit of a potch, but it's not the worst. I... 'Cause, 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 In fact, I could just upgrade this to a much larger storage, but then I'd struggle to move that stuff around. Okay, well, I need to put those somewhere. Have I got anything that uses them? I mean, actually, yes. Electronics at the very least, so I use mechanical parts anywhere. I actually don't think I do. That I'm not making it on site. A little bit of pain in the backside, actually, but... okay, well... There's only one thing for it. I simply do need to get these moved, so... I'm going to allow import, and I'm going to upgrade this storage. I'm going to have it keep full, and I'm going to give it a very high priority. Going to do the same with this. Allow import, keep full, very high priority, so that hopefully we'll get these filled up with the gubbins from over here faster than they can be filled up by the production behind them. We'll see. Nope. Nope, that was very wishful thinking. Very wishful thinking indeed. I wonder if I can allow you to accept. Yes, probably. I don't like pushing things into the, into the shipyard, but... oh well. Is there anything that wants to purchase? No, there won't be anything that wants to purchase there, I don't think. Well, I could trade... actually, I could trade electronics for iron ore. Not the most necessary deal, but I could clear out some room, I guess. There might actually not be enough room in here for me to dump it in there. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the case. Alright, well, then all that remains is to simply shove a storage somewhere just to get it out of here. I'm sure... I'm sure eventually we're going to need those mechanical parts in something. You see, sometimes I will chastise myself for the idea of like, why am I fussing about something like this? It's such a trivial resource, I may as well just get rid of it. And like, just literally destroy the resource. But something about this game triggers that compulsion in me much more aggressively than in other games. Even other games with finite resources. Well, no. Like Factorio, for example. It's technically finite, but functionally infinite. But there are games where the finiteness of the resources is much more explicit, which don't quite have the same feeling of, I'm wasting resources, why? That I have with this game, and I don't know why. I really don't. Alright, you've got no schedule the place. Oh, it's Karen, of course, it's Karen. Typical Karen. Right, Karen, let's get these areas filled out. I actually have an enormous amount of sympathy for real life Karens. And by real life Karens, what I mean is Karens thus named in real life. Man, it must suck for them. Also, March, thank you very much for the 17 months. K Flare Knight for the 10 months. 10 months. No idea how I got this far, but hey, we almost got a year, indeed. And we'll always have those memories. Revenge, thank you very much for the gift sub as well. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Was it because you have an actual population you're caring for in this game, where it's in Factorio, it's just your robot self? Robot self? How dare? How dare you assume what lies beneath that engineer's jumpsuit? I'll have you know, we are in fact a collection of fish. Robot self. For shame. Well, Karen still isn't going to have anything to dig up, but... Exosuit itself? Yeah, no, that would be fine. You could call me an exosuit itself. That would be completely factually accurate. Right, okay, so... Well, actually, I could repurpose Karen a little bit, but... Karen. Let's have a look here, shall we? Where are we placing these? 1, 2, 3. Alright. So 4, 5. There's a definite 4-5 going to happen here. And I'm very tempted to say... so there's a very definite additional slope going to happen here. And the problem I face is where I'm going to draw the line in this area. I could draw the line literally along here, which has a line. That would cut into the amount of room that I have to expand out this new build, but would give me a lot of room to expand out my future colony. That being said, I mean, we could move the colony more or less anywhere I wanted to. There's no particular reason to put it there. Instead, I think the line is going to happen here. So, with that in mind, I'm going to start placing these out from this point. That won't fit anymore. Fine. I'll have to dig that one up a little bit in order to make it work. Now, what I intend to do is build is to fill this in, then go up a level, fill that in. We'll see where the level ends up. Just a little bit too much for us to fill in there, sadly. But that's okay. Yep. And then down on this side, I'm glad we decided to go the route of work with the new system rather than just disable it. I think that actually has been useful. So Daisy. Actually, we'll remove those two. We're going to start filling this in from this level. There we go. Move the colony to the bottom of the pit so that when we fill the crater with taters, they will have no food problem. There is a great deal of sense in there. And, you know, we should also probably make sure that they have plenty to drink as well by tunneling through to the ocean. We wouldn't want, you know, as much as... I'm going to say something possibly even sacrilegious right now, okay? But taters can be dry. They can be. They're not that they always are. They can be dry when that's the only thing you have. Just going to say, if you can't add a little bit of water now and then, the taters may be a little bit too starchy. Right, at this point, I'm just going to delete these and I'm going to allow the landscape to adjust. Possibly bury a couple of the trucks. Oh, look at them go, my little ants! Okay, you two are weak ants. So sad. Okay, first step then. We want to start filling this up. Oh. Crap. Actually, thinking about it, I need this to be double-walled, don't I? Yes. Yes, I do. Thank heavens I paid attention. It would be mildly frustrating. Oh, do I need it to be double-walled? Possibly not. Am I going to make it double-walled because it looks better? Yes. That said, would the dumping designation work? Actually, you know what? I think the dumping designation will probably be okay, and this will be our for science opportunity. I shouldn't just assume that it won't work out well. No, that definitely wouldn't have worked out well. That also won't work out well. Okay, so at a 7 incline, this is going to be all right. We're going to fill all of this out all the way across, and we'll continue filling it up from here. We'll strip that away. Strip this away for now. I am also going to quite aggressively curtail what we've been doing over on the dock side. I'll let them finish that off, though. I want to remove all of the other dumping designations if we can. I'll let them finish that, though. There we go. Crack on. You've done a good job of removing that sandbar, to be fair. There we go. Very nice. We'll start seeing a lot of that happening now. Mostly from Karen, if I'm perfectly honest. Though we'll get a little bit from over here too. I don't think we need as many excavators here as we've got. So Gentleman Gamer will get a Diddy excavator as well. I think I may in fact want at least another combo for this section. It's going to take a little while to get all of that done. How many electronics? Oh, we're out of electronics. Fair enough. Let's go and make a trade. Okay. But now that we have that in place, I know where this area is going to be filled from. So I can relocate. I see Aavak is playing a dangerous game, taking down the land, keeping the ocean out. It's fine. You think it was the land keeping the ocean out? No, 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 no. The ocean was pushing the land to keep us in. We didn't form these high rocky cliffs. The ocean did it. In a panic. Right, while that's going on now, we can at last start to set this up a bit. This is going to take some time to be made. But if I were to start it here, then at the very least we would have enough room to complete the full design that I'm working on. It might not be the most future-proof, but... We'll rebuild later if we need to. I actually quite like... That's something... I know a lot of people dislike it about Satisfactory, and we were talking about it earlier. I happen to enjoy the core gameplay loop of games like Satisfactory, like this, like Factorio. And so while some people can become extremely, like, hyper-focused on the idea of do it right the first time, don't make any mistakes, otherwise you're just wasting time, you're going to have to go back and do it. Like, there's part of me that's like, but that's the fun. Like, that's a big part of the fun for me, is doing it. And then coming back to do it better later on. Iterative process of design. You know what, though? I've just realized there may be room for one addition here. One tiny, tiny addition. And that would have been a storage area for the iron. The crushed iron. Poop. Alright. Let's pop this back a little bit. Doing this now. Damn it all. Well, I could actually input from each lane, but this does have to move back quite a lot to allow for it. Something like that. Then we'd have that going up there. These two coming across. Actually, how about I delete all of this and I position this nicely first. So, unfortunately, it is going to be a little bit out of place no matter what I do. There's just no getting around that. Right, so from there, straight up. Oh, wrong way around. From there, straight up. From here, up, and then across. From here. Like that, and this one does the same. Sadly, this one doesn't go straight up, but it doesn't really hurt to go like this. The main thing is that that joint is in the same location. So this adds a fair bit more room, but allows for the storage of crushed iron ore. Do we need it? Not really. Another way of doing it, though, would be to position that one slightly further away and instead have all of the crushed iron ore. Because how much is each one of these producing? It's 36 every 60 seconds. What's the belt's throughput? Well, I mean, I'd need a tier 3 belt to carry the output of all of those on a single belt. But what I could do... So if I had them all deliver the crushed iron ore over here and then had this, either it goes straight in the back and then this comes out and then back around, or the opposite way, it just slides down the side and then comes up and across. If I leave space enough, 2 spaces there, that could work. Like this. Careful and just turn off the connection. There we go. And then these all connect up. And that would allow me to process. If there was a stall, I could at least get some more of the processing work done before anything else happened. So the slag then would sit over here instead. Let's have a look at what that would look like. Well, it does create some nice visuals. This needs to come forward a little bit now, though. Probably at least to there. There we are. Now, let's move this all back up. Now I just need to connect these two. And reconnect the slag output with this. Actually, that becomes quite clean. Huh. Okay. Well, then I need to, sadly, nix everything there. That's alright. It only just started running it up. Dave has no available digging destinations. Okay, so Dave was previously working on just moving everything around here back a little bit. And I'm actually kind of fine with that work continuing for the most part. Only now I would like Dave to do it up here instead. Start flattening this mountain. We've transitioned to the point of the game where my objective is less about gathering resources and more about stamping my dominance over the terrain. Teapot cannot reach destination. Teapot can never reach destination. Neither can you, though. What's up? They are struggling to get down here, apparently. These large trucks do have a bit of a rough time, don't they? Me too, Dave. Me too. See, this is why I name things so aggressively in most of the games I play. Is you get moments like this. People bonding with Dave. We would miss all of these moments otherwise. And they are not moments that I care to miss. Let's go. Got them done. Excavator has no reachable terrain. Are you sure? Oh no, you're quite right actually, yeah. I do apologize, gentleman gamer. I took my eyes off the prize there. Very much so. Yep. That should sort out your problems. Uh-oh. Oh no. Quickly take this so that we can get rid of the bloody limestone. It collapses far too easily. Do not destroy this retaining wall, please and thank you. Yeah. Yeah, at this point we are now out of tier 3 construction materials. It took us a while though. Once again. Yeah, if you create a channel that touches the ocean, water will flow in and there is no way of pumping it back out. We don't have any kind of pump technology. Not on that kind of scale. But in terms of the accidentally doing it, I would say that that's exceedingly unlikely because the distance, like, you really do need to dig a trench. I can't see that happening by accident, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, Teapot is really struggling to get over there. Just not going through the copper fast enough. We will eventually set up a very similar system that we're building over here in much the same sort of place. Let's see. It's connected. Right, how's the fill work going over here? Actually, not too bad. All things said and done, not too bad at all. Alright, now that we're back to waiting, we're talking about shows earlier, like just in general. As quite a few of you know, I'm quite fond of the Overlord anime. I'm thinking about picking up the light novels. Is there anyone in chat who has watched and read the Overlord anime and light novels to give me a bit of an idea of how big the difference is between the two? I get the impression it's considerable. I have and love them both. This brings me great joy. Got Lady Sheilab into Overlord, and we're now both like just waiting patiently through every Tuesday for the next episode to drop. He's like, need now.